So today, for our breathing exercise, we're going to do something a little bit different, and it's called costal breathing. We're going to use those intercostal muscles, which are the muscles that are going sort of between our rib cage. And I've got a video that I think does a really nice job in demonstrating how to do this type of breathing. So just be sure and follow along with the video. Okay, so I don't know if you even had sound for that video now. I'm wondering if you did. So I want to tell you that you saw how she was putting her hand right around her rib cage. And what she was doing was she's breathing in through the nose, which is what we typically ask you to do. But she was really trying to pull that air into that area around her rib cage and to pay particular attention to that. And then, of course, she was exhaling out her mouth. And as we usually do, she was reminding us to exhale a little bit longer than what we inhaled. Anatomy aside, one of the reasons that I like this breathing exercise is that it helps to improve awareness of the rib cage. It also helps to mobilize and improving our flexibility. And it leads to the ability to stabilize the rib cage, which could be helpful when trying to provide a foundation for the shoulders. It may also provide enough awareness that diaphragmatic breathing is then easier to learn. This exercise can improve your neck posture and your posture in general, or make it easier to find good posture and keep it. And it can be used to help differentiate movements of the chest and rib cage from those of the shoulders. The overall effect is greater awareness of the rib cage as well as the ability to breathe more easily. Diaphragmatic breathing requires contraction of the diaphragm, and it's also called deep breathing. It's the type of breathing that we typically encourage you to try to do when you're doing mindfulness. Costal breathing, on the other hand, this requires contraction of the intercostal muscles, and this is shallow breathing. This is the type of breathing that, without paying attention, we may sort of revert to. And the reason that I'm having you practice it is because if you can become aware of what that feels like, then you're more likely to be able to go deeper into the actual diaphragmatic breathing. So it's sort of a foundation into improving our ability to do good diaphragmatic breathing. Okay, now we're going to do a summer mindfulness guided meditation. And I'd like you to get comfortable. If you feel comfortable closing your eyes, then that would be my preference. But if you do not feel comfortable doing that, sometimes that causes people to feel a little panicky or claustrophobic, then what I want you to do is to find a focal point wherever you're sitting and just really let your eyes gaze at that one point and not be paying so much attention to what you're looking at, but listen to my words and pay attention to that. Begin in a comfortable position with eyes closed. Connect with your body, feeling where you are in space. Feel the gentle pull of gravity on your body, where your body connects with the surface you rest on. Tune into your breath, feeling the rise and fall of your chest, the air entering and exiting your lungs. Imagine yourself now in a large field under the sun. Rather than existing in your human form, you exist now as a long and tall flower yet to bloom. Feel the wind pushing and pulling your body, your leaves dancing in the breeze, and let this be a moment of carefree release. Take a deep breath in and acknowledge any struggles, tensions, or concerns you may have at this moment. As you release your breath, let them all go. Let them go to fly away with the wind. As you release what no longer serves you, you feel your bloom just above the crown of your head, spreading wide open. Feel the energy at the top of your head reaching up to the sun. Allow whatever is moving through you to bloom with the flower. Connect once more with your breath, the gentle rise and fall of your chest. Feel while your body is in space, noticing the gravitational pull, the points of contact. Move around in any way that feels good. Slowly coming back to your body, and whenever you are ready, open your eyes. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that one. I really like this one. It's very short, but I think it's a great example that we don't have to take a lot of time to do mindfulness activities. And in this short activity, I hope that you experience the feel of sunshine on you and kind of feeling the breeze and feeling the release of those worries and tensions that you have. For homework this week, I'd like you to do some more summer mindfulness activities. On your screen, you'll see some examples of just a few that you could do. I'd like to point out that many of these would be wonderful activities to do with your kiddos, and that these are activities that you can use to start teaching them about mindfulness, although I suspect that they may have things to teach you about mindfulness, as children naturally tend to be in the moment much easier than we adults do. One of these activities is blowing bubbles. If you do this activity, this can be a good way to practice your breathing. Remember to include using your senses as much as you can while doing these activities. For example, if you garden, try to just garden. Feel the dirt on your hands and feel the different textures that are in the garden. Smell the smells of the garden, whether that be the smell of the dirt or the smell of a fresh tomato, and really notice the different colors, all the shades of those colors. Listen to the various sounds, whether it be wind or the sound of a bird or some other sound. And finally, if you've grown some produce, give something a taste and really focus in on the taste of that tomato or cucumber or whatever it is that you're enjoying. Remember that we can use all our senses when we're doing mindfulness activities to make it a more fulfilling moment for us. So that is all I have for this week with our Mindful Monday. I want to encourage you to practice at least 20 minutes a day. If you can fit that in, it doesn't have to be all at once. You can break that up. But the more that you practice, the more benefits that you're going to see coming from mindfulness. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks for another Mindful Monday.